Hello, my friends. How are you this evening? I'm just sitting here preparing myself for my work day, mentally, not physically. But there's a lot of stuff on my mind. Things are going well for me in my music stuff, and so I've just been sitting here thinking like, man, it's been so long since I've made any videos. I really need to get back on it. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Shit's going crazy, bro. Shit is going crazy right now. Like, what are people thinking? What is going on? You know, we all agree it's pretty confusing, but at the same time, can't we just also see how simple it is? Can't we just also kind of like look at the cut and dry cause and effect relationships of what all these idiots are doing right now? And I'm not trying to sound negative. I'm not trying to sound like I think I'm smarter than these people. I'm just saying the majority of people are doing what they think they're supposed to do. The majority of people are repeating opinions they've heard from people who they think are intelligent. The majority are going with the flow and hoping that they don't end up on the losing side of the argument. And if you're right, you're a majority of one. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And you know what? If you're wrong and you're arguing with someone and you find out that you're wrong, then you've just grown as a person. You're righter now. You figured it out. Good job. And all this stuff is just so annoying. Fucking annoying. Whenever Trump got elected, right? My dad is a hardworking dude, and he didn't seem so unhappy about it. You know, he was like, alright, this dude's going to try to change shit. I've been very aware since I'm 28, so I've seen The Apprentice. I've seen Celebrity Apprentice. I watched that shit happen. I've seen Donald Trump on interviews and stuff like that. And, I never took him as an idiot. I never thought he was a retard or a moron, or never thought he was a bad guy even. You know, I like to take my judge of character is my own thing. I think that when I meet somebody, I go based off of how I perceive them, and if somebody tells me something otherwise, I'll be like, okay, I'll keep that in mind, but until I see anything that makes me think that too, then I'm not really going to believe you. You know what I'm saying, about this person that we both know. But then when the media freaked out, that's when I totally started looking into it, because I would have agreed. I would have believed everybody. Donald Trump's a piece of shit. Then all the media starts saying the same thing. I want to make YouTube videos. I want to be able to express myself, right? But then now YouTube comes under attack by all this liberal favoritism, and I don't even care. I don't have a stance. I just know what I think sounds right. The people who I agree with are on all ends of the political spectrum, and I don't think there's any part that's right in itself. There's no part that has all the right ideas. So what are we fighting over? Why aren't we talking about this shit? Why are we calling everybody who has a good point racist because we're afraid to debate with them? You know what racism is? That's when you classify somebody by their race. You know, white people are a race. Black people are a race. That's racist. You can't say only white people can be racist. When you say white people do something, that's a racist fucking statement. You know, it's like, I'm not offended by that shit either, because nobody's around me, talking down on me or judging me, or what's the right word, you know. I'm not facing prejudice or anything, but by God, man, when I watch all these YouTube videos and I see all this shit on the news, and every person who seems to have a valid opinion is called racist, and if they're not white, then you've got to attack them in some other way and say that they're a bigot or they're stupid. In some way, you've got to try to tear them down on the media. Listen to these motherfuckers. I'm urging you people to just listen to the people. Give 10 minutes to listen to people who you've heard be called a racist over and over again and you've agreed with. Just listen for 5 seconds, for 10 minutes, and realize how hilariously, stupidly wrong you've been, and how people who are conscious are all sitting back, kind of laughing, waiting for this whole thing to be over so that we can go back to actually objectifying what truth is and not trying to decide what to do based on how everybody feels. That's not the right way to go. You know what? I feel fucking broke. Give me some money. Give me some money. I feel broke. I'm hungry. Give me some food. Well, you don't care about how I feel? No, you don't. Guess what? Why should I fucking care? If I care, then you should care. And we all should be fucking caring. And honestly, I do care. But all I'm saying is that today, we all have to quit listening to this bullshit. We have to quit, and we have to start defending each other, thinking for ourselves, speaking our own opinions, developing our own opinions, deciding what actually is true, because it has not been hard for me to kind of sort all this mess out. And yet, there's people older than me, people I respect, people that are smart, that are totally sucked in, thinking that their future is going to be greatly affected by these fucking tiny little arguments that they're going, fuck off, fuck off. Guess what? Protesting is fine. Guess what? Freedom of speech is fine. I don't care if somebody walked up and told me I was friggin' idiot, stupid moron, you're fucking white piece of shit. Guess what? Unless I felt that way, unless I had been discriminating against some other people, unless I had been doing something in my life that made me feel guilty, it's going to have no effect on me. It's going to have no effect on me. I play guitar, and I'm a pretty decent guitar player, so if somebody comes up and says, hey man, you fucking suck at guitar, what effect does that have on me? None. I go, okay, that's one person's opinion. I've only had about 100,000 other people tell me the otherwise. So it's like, I don't care. Their insecurity shows when you get defensive about shit like that. So say, when I watch an interview between just somebody liberal and somebody conservative on TV, and one of them's black and one of them's white, everything turns into a race argument. And it's always the black person that starts it. You know, it's a race thing. Meanwhile, the hypocrisy of it all is that race was never introduced into the conversation until the black person brought it in. And why? Because that was the easy way to tear down this person with an actual valid opinion. This person who's calling them racist doesn't have an argument, and they're trying to get everybody to virtue signal together against this other person. But guess what? That's the racist. That's the racist. You anti-fascists that tear down shit and cause security breaches and all this bullshit, so that way the freedom of speech, the people who are actually trying to change what negative shit is happening to our country, are getting shut down so you can't hear them talk. You're the fucking fascists. Get it straight. When you're cutting down, when you're stopping people from speaking, and you're burning shit and you're knocking shit over and you're calling yourselves anti-fascist, you're retarded. When you are using race card every single chance you get so that you can tear somebody down who has a valid argument and they never brought race into it, you're retarded. Guess what? Quit being retarded. We can actually have valid opinions about this shit. Oh, the word retarded. You know, retarded actually means undeveloped, underdeveloped. You can be socially retarded, you can be mentally retarded. There might be a scale, there might be a whole spectrum of retardation. I might have been born 12% mentally retarded. Guess what? You call me a retard, I'm not gonna care. Because I'd like to see anybody else talk for 20 minutes about some bullshit and their opinions that they derive from all this bullshit. I don't listen to people and regurgitate shit. I like to talk about it. And guess what? Deep in that well of speaking, deep in that dirty mess of deliberation, underneath it all is a diamond in the rough of understanding together, you know? So, let's move forward in that world, you know? I'm sorry to sound so hateful right now, but it's just that it's like, with all the stuff going on, it's like, there's no place to start. All I can say is, let's fucking wake up. Let's wake up together and let's just quit paying attention to the bullshit. And that'll really scare them, because once we stop doing that, then the news stories will be the stuff they've been hiding from us the whole time. The stuff that they've actually been distracting us from will be what's on our social media, what we're all sharing, using it to get the information to each other instead of help brainwash each other. So, I love you guys. Take it easy.